Ryan. I'm in the mellophone section. I'm from Kansas City, and I go to Berklee College of Music. It wasn't until around April that I got a call from Doug Thrower, the brass arranger, starting out the phone call with, hey buddy, do you know who Corey Henry is? Do you know his Lingus solo? We're thinking about you doing a mix of that and Chick Corea. And I'm a piano player at Berklee, and so that wasn't something out of my wheelhouse, but I still didn't really know what to think of it. And then it kind of made sense when he said, oh, and we're thinking that you're gonna do it on a Keytar. And that's when I was like, excuse me, what is that? This process has been really, really cool. Doug called me in April with kind of a shell of an idea. Mainly what they were thinking in this show, obviously, it's kind of like a battle between the trumpets and me. But he told me, hey, we kind of want to let you go loose with this. So I took what I had and I improv and came up with my own little stab of the solo, sent it back to him, and he said, that just made my morning, and waited a few hours and said, okay, we're doubling the length of the section. Waited a few more days and then sent me more of a realized sketch of it. Doug told me to listen to the Mad Hatter album by Chick Corea, which kind of changed my life. Like, I like Chick Corea, but when I listened to the album, it was the first time I'd listened to it, so there's a lot of stuff from there that I pull from, a lot of Snarky Puppy stuff that I listen to, and just a lot of, I think, just jazz influence in general. But there are a few references to earlier parts in the show in my solo if you listen close enough, but that was just kind of me having fun. There have been a few challenges with it. The listening environment is really tough. I'm in drum corps. You stand so far away from your fellow musicians and in spots that are vulnerable to where you kind of have to turn your ears off. Well, you definitely have to turn your ears off to some of them. And so with this solo being back and forth with the trumpets, sometimes it sounds like they're almost a full eighth note off, or slow, or dotted eighth note behind what I'm playing. And it was really hard, actually, at the beginning of rehearsals to solo and to improv, because they gave me space for that. And to come up with jazz licks when I have, you know, a noise-canceling in-ear in my head, and then drum major's hands, and then the people that I'm playing with 40 yards away sounding late. So honestly, I, at the beginning, was pretty stressed out a little bit of like, how am I gonna do this every single night when I'm trying to latch on to the few notes that I have. But I mean, after doing it every day, just like drum corps, it's a typical example of they give you something that's pretty much an impossible task, and you say, I don't know how I'm gonna do this, and then you do it anyway. So I don't know, that's, I think, one of the most rewarding parts about it right now, besides like the audience interaction that I get to play to people now, is feeling like I can do this and I can listen, and it's still getting better, and I'm still working on playing in time, obviously, but it was a pretty scary thing not hearing this, hearing other things at the same time, having like 7 different tempos around me. But I don't know, I love it. Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, that feels good. I like the new part. It just really feels like the most important thing I've ever done in my life. And honestly, I'm just so thankful to the design team here, because I can't think of any other drum corps in the world that would take, you know, somebody with some different, like, unique skill sets, and not just writing to it, but letting me go with it, has just, I think, turned into, you know, like, ego aside, one of the coolest moments of the summer. And I really just, words, all of that being said, words still just don't really express every night getting up on the stage and doing something that really just feels like a lot of people care about.